Welcome once again to the channel. I'm your host, Octane, and today we're gonna take a look at a deck that's out for the next event. So first up is my vault draw, and I'm prepared to go to tier 6. I've got enough gems to get me up to tier 6. I can craft one of the two cards. So if I go up to tier 6, I can just craft one card, get the guarantee master collection card, and that will be that. It hasn't really been a great season. So far this season, I've only gotten guarantee relics, no master collection card, no ultra rare. I had to craft the master collection card and the ultra rare last week. The week before, I had to go in the 500 gem vault. Hopefully this week I don't have to go up to tier 6. I'm willing to stop at tier 4, but tier 6 is where I'm prepared to stop this week because it's my Christmas present. So one gold card, that's a relic. Let's see if we can get one more gold card, a guaranteed relic. This is the guaranteed relic for tier 3. So hopefully we can do better on tier 4. I'd really love to stop at tier 4 and save my gems. Let's see, tier 4. Come on. Need just one gold card, master collection or ultra rare. So that is the guaranteed main card. That's the support card. And this is the guaranteed relic for tier 4. So nothing so far, tier 4. Let's go tier 5 now and see if we do any better on tier 5. So tier 5, see if we can save at least 5,000 gems from the gems that I got for Christmas. No gold card, no gold card, no gold card. Okay. So that's a rare relic. Not sure if that's a guaranteed one. Another rare relic. Oh my gosh, another rare relic. So far I've gotten 6 relics, 3 main relics, 3 rare relics, 6 relics. Really? Okay, so here is where I said I would go, and basically I gotten there without any luck. So Lady Luck didn't do me any justice this week. Hopefully next season will be much better. I'm guaranteed a master collection card here, so I won't even bother start calling for the ultra because I don't think it's gonna come. So that's a guaranteed master. Ooh, another guaranteed master collection card. Oh, unlucky. At least I can craft the ultra rare. So I got 2 support card and 2 master collection card. So now we're gonna take a look at the cards, but first let me craft the ultra rare. So let's make certain that it's the ultra rare that I'm actually crafting, and that's the ultra rare. And with that, we are able to craft my 3rd master collection card. So now I've got 3 master collection card. If I could be lucky, which I don't think it's going to happen tomorrow in the 500 gem vault, if I could get lucky in the 500 gem vault and draw 2 ultra rare, then I'll have a 3 pink star ultimate form, but I don't think that's gonna happen anyway. Probably get loads more relic. So let's craft our ultimate relic, and we can get a 3 pink star ultimate relic. I was really hoping to just get the full deck by tier 4. So that's a 3 pink star ultimate relic. Let's look at what that is able to do. Let's look at the 4-star stats. So what is this relic capable of? Increase attack of all applicable era by 2433. It firepower gem onslaught. If at least 5 firepower gems exist on the board, it will create 1 additional firepower gem. 5. Increase attack of relic increase the attack of this relic by an additional 200% as long as Arcane Killer is active. Increase HP by 6.51%. Creates 5 fire gems at the beginning of the battle as long as a commander Arcane is on the team. Increases Arcane Killer intensity by 6 per turn as long as fire commander is on the team. It breaks 5 arcane shield plus 1 per fire commander ultimate hero on the team at the beginning of the battle. So with this relic, if I've got 2 ultimate forms, I can break 7 shields. This is the 4-star stats, not the 3-star stats. So if you have a 4 pink star ultimate relic and you've got, say, 2 or 3 ultimate forms on the team, you can just use the 1 4 pink star ultimate relic with those 2 or 3 ultimate forms on the team, and you can basically eliminate all the shields from the board. I think we get a maximum of 7 shields on the board at any given time. That's the highest number of shields. And if you've got a relic like this with 2 ultimate form, you break all the shields, which is quite good. The shields can be quite counterproductive. So let's take a look at the cards. So first up is the ultimate form, which I think is a really good ultimate form. And the ultimate form will create 6 fire power gem 6s now and at the start of the next 2 turns. So that's 6 fire power gem 6s for 3 turns. Really good for the wave fights. It also increases fire commander damage by 80% and massively increase the drop rate of fire gems for 3 turns. That's not bad either. So the wave fight, we're all set for the wave fight with the battle skill. The damage boost is really good. That's going to help out with ultimate bosses and the guild bosses. That's really nice. What I really like about this ultimate form is the second passive, but we look at the first passive. The first passive is Phoenix Step, and once per battle, instead of dying, you survive and you heal for 20,000% of this hero's recovery. That now is quite a recovery. However, the second passive has got a really better recovery rate. It also creates 8 fire power gem 6s. Now that is really useful. So instead of just dying and come back and heal for 20,000% of recovery, you now also create 8 fire power gem 6s, which is really good. That's absolutely brilliant. Now the second passive, I think, is really it's really a good passive. Last Stand. Now Last Stand, once per battle, instead of dying, you survive and heal for 50% of your maximum HP. So that's half of your HP. Then you increase fire commander damage by 20%. So that's an extra 20% on top of your 80%. But however, this 20% lasts for 21 turns. Now the fight's not going to last 21 turns, but it's really good to have it for that long. Last Stand stacks with other normal revival skill. So this revival skill will stock with the revival skill just above. So Last Stand will stock with Phoenix Step. Both of them will stock. And I'm assuming if you've got other cards on the deck that's got this passive Last Stand, it will also stock with itself. So that's really good. So I'm really liking this ultimate form. Now, this card counters Thorn. Thorn can be a thorn in your flesh, but however, it's not too bad. You've got other debuffs out there that's really more annoying or nasty comparing to Thorn. This one, Ultimate Fire Commander Harmony, this hero gains 25% attack. So it gains 25% attack increase and 25% recovery for every Fire Commander Ultimate hero that's on board. So if you've got 2 ultimate forms on board the deck, this ultimate form plus another Fire Commander ultimate form, you'll gain 50% attack increase, which is really good, and 50% recovery. Really nice. It doesn't stop there. It also increased all fire commanders HP by 25%. So those are nice stats that we're seeing on this ultimate form. So I believe this is a really good ultimate form, really a brilliant ultimate form. And that's the reason why I actually decided to use my Christmas present to get this ultimate form. Now let's look at the Master Collection card, which unfortunately or fortunately depends which way you're looking at it, because if you've only got 3 Master Collection card and no ultra rare, then that's most unfortunate. But in this case I could craft the ultra rare, which makes it a bit more fortunate to actually have 3 Master Collection card. You create 6 firepower gem 6s now and at the start of the next 2 turns. Really good for the wave fight. Massively increase the drop rate of fire gems for the next 3 turns. Really good for the wave fights as well. Really good for the guild bosses and the ultimate bosses. The complete deck is a 3-turn cooldown, and it's got Phoenix Step, which is once per battle, instead of dying you survive and you heal for 20,000% of your recovery, and you also create 8 firepower gem 6s with this skill. I'm not sure if the ordinary revives stack with themselves, but I'm assuming the final part of the passive will actually activate when you revive. You'll actually create those 8 power gems. If you've got, like myself, if you've got more than 1 Master Collection card, each Master Collection card will create those 8 firepower gem 6s, which is really, really good. This card has got a counter skill that dispels might. Might is not too bad. Actually, might will actually work in your favor with a deck like this. So if a boss actually has got might, it will hit you a bit harder and your HP will deplete quite quickly, which if you actually want the passive that's on these cards to actually kick in, you have to die and then revive. So dying and reviving actually works in your favor. So might will actually work in your favor. So you don't really want to get rid of that buff that's on the boss, because this is not a debuff, it's actually a buff on the boss. So that's actually a good buff that will work in your favor with this deck. Now let's go to the ultra rare, which I believe is the best of the 2 cards. It's the best between the Master Collection card and the ultra rare. I rather the ultra rare. I think the ultra rare is vastly more powerful, and I think having more than 1 ultra rare on your deck will work really, really well in your favor. Actually having 4 ultra rare and 1 ultimate form will work really, really well, because you will create 6 fire power gem 6s and you will increase fire commander damage by 80%. So that's a lot of damage increase if you've got a lot of ultra rare on your deck. It lasts for 3 turns. The passive last stand, again, once per battle, instead of dying you survive and you heal for 50% of your maximum HP. So with the ultimate form and your ultra rare, you'll heal to maximum. Then you increase fire commander by 20 fire commander damage by 20%. So that will take the damage increase from this card to 100. Likewise, your ultimate form, it will take it to 100 once you die and revive when you activate your battle skill. And it stacks with itself and it lasts for 21 turns. So that's a really, really good, and it's a new passive as well. This is a new skill. It's the first time we're seeing this skill, and this is a deck that's gonna take us into the new year. So this is the last event of the season, and this is the last season of the year, and this is gonna be the last event of the year and first event of next year. So it basically goes over into next year. But we can just say it's the last season of this year, last event of this year. 3 cards for this week. Not really good. Generation 2 cards. This is a very old card, King Cobra or Cobra King. This one is Berari. It's a nuke damage card. Not really that good. And this one is probably the most useful of the three, but it's still not as useful in the current meta. Those are all cards. The support card for this week, the support card will create 10 fire gems and it will heal for 4000% of hero recovery, both now and at the start of the next 2 turns. The 10 fire gems can be useful if you're in the Paladin League. So if somebody that's just starting out in this game, you're in the Paladin League, if you get 3 support card, 2 event card, you're set. You can compete very well in the Paladin League using a deck like that. However, once you get past the Paladin League into, like, say, the Kings League, you're not gonna really compete very well using a deck like that. The meta has changed over the years. So let's take a look now at the event card. So I've got a copy of the event card in my deck. So let's go and look at the event card. And where is the event card? This is the event card, Lieutenant Admiral. And this one will create 5 firepower gem 4s now and at the start of the next 2 turns, and it will moderately increase the drop rate of fire gems for 3 turns. Now, moderately, it's when it comes to words, if they're not actually defined in their application, they can mean absolutely anything. Now, in the application that it's been used here, moderately increase, it hasn't got a number to stipulate that the chance of the next 15 gems or 30 gems having high chance of being fire gems, it moderately doesn't really mean much. Massively doesn't really mean much either, unless it's been defined by a number or defined by other words, like massively increase the drop rate, the next 50 gems are gonna be fire. Those actually define the word, but the word is not actually defined in its application when it comes to this deck, so we don't actually know how many of the gems are actually going to be fire gems. So that doesn't really mean much to me. I just know that it's a gem rainer, so that is what it is. Overall, really nice deck. Really like this deck. And just to take a look at a few of the cards. So this was the deck for the event last year, the New Dawn event. This was the Nitro Tramps deck. It was the Fire Arcane deck. Now this one it was quite good when it came out, but now it is not as good as it was back then. It can't be compared to the deck that we have today because this deck doesn't create a lot of firepower gems. Let's have a look. So this is the ultimate form, Nitro Champs. It becomes immune to enemy damage for 1 turn. If hit, if attack while immune, it heals for 50% of hero recovery per 2 arcane killer intensity. If attack while immune, it becomes in the lead. So that is a status. And elite in the lead gains 30% damage reduction for 3 turns. It's got a 5 turn cooldown because it is an immunity card. It's got one getting tongue tied. It's got 1 passive on it. It is Finish Line Frenzy. So each time this hero attacks, it increases arcane killer attack by 5, and it creates 2 firepower gem 4s. Plus an additional 6 if it's in the lead. So if it's not in the lead, so in the lead actually lasts for 3 turns. It's got a 5 turn cooldown. So this passive will create a maximum of 8 firepower gem 4s for 3 turns. So 8 gems for 3 turns, which 8 gems for 3 turns last year wouldn't be bad, but this year that's absolute garbage, won't work. Now this one was the ultra rare, so you got the master. There's no master collection card, sorry, there wasn't any master collection card during the New Dawn season. You only had the ultra rare, the main card, and the support card. So this is ultra rare. It becomes immune to enemy damage for 1 turn. If hit by an enemy's attack while immune, it heals for 50% of your recovery. Blah 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 blah. It does the same thing basically like your ultimate form. Each time this hero attacks, it increases arcane killer intensity. By that, it creates 2 power gem freeze plus 4 additional if in the lead. So it does pretty much the same thing as Nitro Champs, but only it creates power gem freeze. Then we get to the main card. So the main card was the most useful of the entire deck, which is Circuit Break Illyria. Now this is a card that you want to add to your current deck to give your current deck a real bang for your buck. Now this one increases arcane killer attack by 200% plus an additional 10% per 20 arcane killer intensity. So this is like Supreme Santa, and there's a few other cards, Supreme Santa, this one, and I think there's one other card that's got basically the same battle skill on it. So it increases arcane killer attack by up to 565% for 1 turn, but that all changes if you've got 8 firepower gem 1s or higher on the board. That is increased by 10, so that now becomes 5,650%, and that's what gives you that massive bang for your buck. Intensity is going to play a part in getting this card to enable your deck to give you that massive bang, because you've got the damage. You've got the 80% damage increase on your ultra rare and your ultimate form. Give you a massive bang for your buck. If you've got 3 ultra rare, 1 ultimate form, and this card added to the mix, you've got a really powerful deck. It creates every 3 turns it creates 4 power gem 3s, and if you're in the lead, it increases it to power gem 4s. And this was your support card, and the support card wasn't really much good. It just increased arcane killer intensity. It's got a 3 turn cooldown and didn't really do much. It healed for 2% of maximum HP. Now you see, healing for 2% of maximum HP is far better than actually healing for 2000% of hero recovery. This is a far better healer than the current support card. So that's a much better support card than the current support card that we have when it comes to heal. However, this doesn't really produce any power gems, which is really not really good. So this was the Relic, and it didn't really do very well. Now this is one deck that you will consider to add to the current deck that we have. Now if you use this in conjunction with the current deck that we have, you can upgrade your gems to 2 level higher, especially after the crush. Now it creates 6 firepower gems 6s, then upgrades all fire gems on the board to 2 rank higher, and that's the reason why I really loved this deck when it came out. I really saw it as a really useful deck because of the ability that it's got on it. Now the passive creates 3 firepower gem 4s at the start of each turn. It's not too bad either. Okay, now food coma. If 7 or more firepower gem 6s or higher on the board, it delays the enemy turn count. It's got 5 turn cooldown, but that passive is not too bad either. Now the next card, that if you haven't got the ultimate form, if you've got Master Chef is a really good card. It was the best of the 2 cards. It was far better than the Master Collection card. Now it does primarily the same thing like the ultimate form. It upgrades all firepower gems on the board to be 2 rank higher. However, it doesn't create power gems like the ultimate form, but it's still really good. It's still a card that you can add to the current deck and give you that massive boost that you would need. Now for somebody like myself who hasn't got more than 1 ultra rare, what I would do is I would use this card, Culinary Kings, along with this card, Circuit Break Illyria. So I've got 2 copies of Circuit Break Illyria. So I would use 1 copy of Circuit Break Illyria. I would use Culinary Kings alongside my Master Collection card, my Ultra Rare, one copy of my Master Collection card, my Ultra Rare, and my Ultimate Form. So my deck would probably look something like this. So the Ultimate Form first and foremost, then I'll throw in my Shiny Master Collection card, then none other than my Ultra Rare in there. Then the next one I'd want to throw in a Circuit Break Ilaria. But Circuit Break Ilaria I would put towards, because I normally play from right to left, so I would put Culinary Kings at okay, get rid of this. Put Culinary Kings last. So my deck would look something like this. So let's get in our relics. So we've got enough relics to actually break all the shields this week. So we've got the Ultimate Relic, 3 Pink Star Ultimate Relic, and we've got 3 Rare Relic that we'll put in there, and then we've got 1 main relic. So my deck would look something like that. Let's see what this deck is actually capable of doing. So let's go straight into Legend Trials. Let's summon a Earth boss. So we'll summon this one, and then we're gonna go straight into the battle, and we're gonna see what this deck is actually capable of doing. So there is a deck, and we're gonna go straight in, fight the battle, and see. So we're gonna break the shield first. So breaking the shield should be no problem. I'm actually generating quite a bit of power gem passively. And my arcane intensity is rising quite nicely. So actually up to 136 intensity, and we're just halfway through. So this is a 7th turn, and we're up to 204 intensity already. So by the time we've actually gotten rid of the shield, we should have enough intensity to give us a real bang for our buck. And as you can see, I haven't got the killer skill, so the killer skill is not actually active. So without the killer skill, let's see the type of damage that this deck is going to generate. So this is the last turn. Take the hit. We produce all our power gems. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Activate Circuit Break here, and then we activate everything else, and activate the Culinary Kings last. Upgrade everything on the board. There you go. Really nice power gems on the board. Swap everything, and let's see the type of damage this deck is actually capable. So 54 billion for Culinary Chef. Really, really good. So there we go. So that's the overkill. That's over 60 billion overkill, and that is without the any killer skill. So you can see the power behind this deck. So that is one deck suggestion for tomorrow. That's one deck suggestion. This would probably be the deck that I'm gonna run tomorrow for solo bosses, guild bosses, and ultimate bosses. And then I'll probably come up with something quite similar for the wave fights. Right, but it's a really good deck. Do I say go deep? I've only gone up to tier 6 because it's Christmas and I normally get the same present for the last 2 years, 3 years really. Last 3 years I normally get the same present for Christmas, which is a gift card, which is quite nice. Really enjoy it. And that is the reason why I can go up to tier 6. However, I wouldn't normally go up to tier 6. I'll try my luck in the 500 gem vault, which I will try tomorrow, because if I can get 2 ultra rare, it would work out in my favor. Really love the ultra rare. I think the ultra rare is really, really good. Okay, so it's a nice deck. If you've got the gem, you can go for it. If you've got the coins, please craft it, because it's the last event of the season. You're gonna lose all your coins. They're gonna convert to loyalty coins. Loyalty coins is no use. Let's look at the news link just before I go. So the news link this week hasn't really got much. It's not player appreciation. It's not VIP appreciation. VIPs haven't been treated very well this year. And all we can see is, as 2020 comes to a close, we look back on an unprecedented year in Corellis, or for Corellis, fighting alongside and traveling mage, whatever. What I was really looking for in this news link is actually something to actually I mean, I appreciate the ultimate form that they gave to us, which I'll take a look at. Didn't want to make the video so long, but I really thought it would be some appreciation towards the VIPs, or even everybody as a whole, because it's really been a very tough year, and a lot of us has stayed faithful to the game, and I was really thinking especially VIP would be rewarded for being loyal supporters of the game. Anyway, let's take a look at some of the cards that I got during the last event. I got mostly main cards, but there was one card that was really, really good, and it was the ultimate form that I got. Now this is the ultimate form that I have always wanted. Now I have 3 copies of the Master Collection card. For the life of me, I couldn't get the ultra rare. Every time it came out as a revival pack, I could never get the ultra rare, but I did get the ultimate form, which I really, really appreciate. So thank you, network, for that. However, I still think you should reward VIPs for being such loyal VIPs throughout this year. I think we've only seen 2 or 3 VIP appreciation week or event, which is pretty bad. Okay, so that's it from me today. Tomorrow we'll see the deck in action, see what it's actually capable of doing. We look at a few more combinations. We look at combinations that are non-event deck and see how well they can perform. So from me, it's like, subscribe, please leave a comment below. And until tomorrow, when we do possible deck combination, stay safe and peace.